Coach, thank you for being here with us and accepting our invitation. We want to ask you, when did you decide to start your coaching career? Because you have said in the past that you would like to be a musician.
Thank you both of you. Yeah, I like to be a musician, but I couldn't sing, so it was maybe I dance a little bit, but depends what time is the night, depends the time. But I started because I couldn't continue anymore playing, you know. So I had to take a decision, and you know, football is a small part of your life, you know. Life is long, so in my case, I had to decide what should I do, what I like it, what I would like to do in the future, you know, because I was very young. I was 31 years, you know. So I had the opportunity that the coach Ramachoni that we have in Panatinaiko, called me, offered me if I was interested to be in this kind of world that is the coach, because the coach world is one thing and the football player is another thing. So I was curious. I was not sure 100%. I told him that I will think about it. I would try, and then we take the decision to go to Iran. I follow the coach Ramachoni, and yeah, the first I was a little bit nervous in the beginning because I didn't know if it was for me the job or how I was going to feel, you know. But the first day, immediately when I go inside the field with the players on the field, I knew that this was for me, you know.
Does being a great player automatically make you a good coach?
Absolutely no. It doesn't mean that you did a good career on the football side. It doesn't mean that you will success on the coach's side, you know. Many they say from the finished career of football, and then you can start immediately coaching. For me, it's not like that. You have to learn, you have to listen, you have to try, you have to understand how it works, because are two different things.
What was it like working with Coach Ramachoni? Because many Panathinaikos fans doesn't have a good opinion about him.
Unfortunately, coaching is about results, you know. If you take the result, you are the best. If you don't take the result, you are not good this, you are not good that, you know. For him, I have the best memories because I have been with him for years and something. I learned from him how to talk, how to analyze, how to check, how to organize, how to read the game. Because one thing is to organize the things inside of on the train or during the week, but then also on the game, you have to read the game, you have to understand how this kind of situation that a coach must fix it, you know. For sure, he didn't have a good pass here, but I take a lot of things from him, and if today I am in this position talking with you, it's thanks to him. So for me, I will be always grateful because he gave me the opportunity, he pushed me, he sees something on me, and of course I learned many things from him.
When Mr. President, Mr. Pritsas and Stefanos Kotsoulis made you the proposal to become the head coach of Kηφισιά, how did you feel? Because after the match against Iliopoli, you said that these two only believed in you. There was no one.
No, it's true because you know, it's not easy to give opportunity in the football, in this kind of world, you know, because maybe there are clubs that they want the experienced coach, there are clubs that they want the champion coach, they want those ones that they have 10 years continue with the same thing, you know. So it's not easy to give, like Κηφισιά make to me this kind of possibility. Of course, everything starts from Stefano, that apart that from the football side is my friend, so we have this communication. He asked me if I want to be here. He asked me if I wanted to come to help the team last year. They saw the potential. They saw the potential. They see me how I was working everything, and for sure the president, Christoph Pritsa gave me the opportunity to follow and to handle for the next year that it will be to try to come back from the Super League, you know. I will appreciate it, and I say every time that this because it's the truth. If we are talking again today here is thanks to them, you know.
What were the first words you exchanged with Mr. Pritsas and Coach Olis after the win over Iliopoli? And if you want to comment of the photo that Kηφισιά posted on Monday, showing you hugging Coach Olis and crying.
The first one that I saw was Stefano, that they came on the field, and that picture was, I guess, immediately after the game. When everything finished, we cried because we know it. We know how that it wasn't easy all this year. Many situations, it was not easy to win in the Super League 2 and to be a champion and to fight every game in the Super League 2. So I guess that hug give us not the law, but you know, we did it. And of course, with Chris, with the Pritsa, the president, I tell him thank you because, like I say after in the interview, this is what I believe. You know, he believed in me. He gave me again the opportunity to prove that many they didn't want to do it or they didn't even think about it. So those two persons for me they were very important at the moment. You know.
Before we go to the next season, I want to ask you, one difficult moment of this season would be the halftime after the match against Asteras here. What did you say to your players at the halftime?
Well, this was one of the key of our championship, you know, because we were losing 3-0 first half, 45 minutes. Everything that we had planned, everything that we had trained during the week, go away in the first goals, and then we were not used to take these kind of goals, so we lost a little bit the control of the game. They scored 3 goals to us. That it was really difficult. I did what every coach had to do to make some change, because if something is not working, you had to act, you had to do it. You had to make them believe it. I made them believe it. I didn't. If you go strong to dance, of course not in a nice way. You go, come on, but you had to go in the strongest way to make them understand and to make them believe that we can do it. Because it was 0-3. You have 45 minutes. It was not easy, you know. So for sure, with the players that they get inside and they take the energy that we didn't have in the first half, we reached the draw, you know. So that game for me made me understand how push the player, what they have inside the players and how much they wanted, because it was we can lose this game easily.
In the 0-1 against Kalamata, we saw you staying calm on Pantelidis' goal. How did you experience that game?
That game was amazing because I guess, like I said to the player, every players believe me, they want to play these kind of games. I guess coaches in the same way, you know. But at the end, the players are those ones that they go inside. We go there. We have full stadium, so we had to go there and to do what we were doing all the year, but in a little bit different situation, you know. Fine. Yes. After the goal of Pablo. I stay quiet because I was thinking immediately to organize the team and to for example to bring Sotirako immediately in the defensive line, so we were a little bit more compact because we were missing 5 minutes. So that was only my concern, that to fix against the team, to block, because we know that they will come for sure, and this is how we finish.
When you brought in Pantelidis at the halftime, he told me that you told him that it's his game. Did you believe in him that he will score the goal?
Yeah, Pablo in that game, in the second half, he get inside and he was the best player of us. He did an amazing situation. He's a young player. He's a fantastic guy, hard working in the training. And even if he didn't have so much time during the year, we know it that he can help us. And for sure, in the training, he make it 10 times, 15 times the same action, you know, so I believe on him.
Did he remind you yourself as a footballer?
Okay, different kind of, for sure he's faster, but yeah, I like this kind of players that they go on the side and they finish the action, you know. I like these players that it remind me a little bit the Leto from the left side and to dribbling and maybe to cross or maybe to go one against one, you know. This is for me, when I see this kind of action and when the players make these kind of things, for me, this is what footballists we talk about, you know.
This season's squad, among your players, you had one close friend, Lucas Villafañez, and a leader that you had many matchups in Olympiacos Panαθηναϊκός derbies, Alberto Botia. How much easy it was for you to manipulate your players with close age to you know, to respect one another, his role?
Lucas came here and he knew it that we were in the first position. So it's not easy to bring one player like Luca. It was an easy situation because I discussed with him, like we talked many times, and when we were in the past, and I told him that I need him that he come here to help the dressing room, to help the players, the young players, maybe players that they see him in the Panathinaikos and maybe they were watching him, they were young, so he said he was 100%, he jumped to the car to come to Kηφισιά, and this for me was something that I will never forget. And for Alberto, I face him sometimes. We may fight all the time with him, because he said that he was always thinking that he was faster than me. But okay, I was running with one leg. I was saying to Alberto, you know, there was no Leto that before, because I guess Leto before was not compared against Botia. But Alberto was the leader on the field, on the dressing room. If you see, we finished the playoff with 0 goals. So for me, those two players that they have this experience helped me a lot this year.
The fact that you are a young coach and your age is close in age to several players of Kηφισιά, does it make it easier or more difficult to communicate with them, to manage their emotions, to talk about tactical stuff?
Well, more easy because I was very near to them. They knew that feeling and this connection that we have that for me, I think was one of the key. We were not friends, but we had this kind of nice relationship, you know. But of course, they know that there was a limit, of course, always. When I lose sometimes my control, they were a little bit afraid, but for sure the age helped me to be more near to them, you know, and of course to discuss about the tactical part, you know. Are
you intimidated by the fact that you maybe will be judged by only the results?
This is part of the coach. Unfortunately, this is what is important. The result. If you play tiki-taka but then you lose to 0, they will come and tell you, I don't care about tiki-taka. This is unfortunately it's like this, you know. I don't believe in the project. I don't believe in, you know, you have to give results. You have to prove that you can do it. It's fair? No, it's not fair, you know, because you need that time to work, you know. But unfortunately in this world and this kind of situation where are a lot of things on the table are like that, you know.
Now that you are a coach, a head coach yourself, can you better understand, justify some reactions or decisions regarding your previous managers?
Now I understand more. I understand more why they did it, how they did it. For sure, many parts they were right. I guess if I was in that position now that I am in this side, I will manage or do it in different way, you know. But for sure, now I understand, because trust me, it was not easy to be against Leto player, you know. So I would like to face Leto coach and Leto player, you know, because I guess everything is important. How you treat the player, you know, how you talk the player, how you make them feel, you know. After you put your idea and you know, you make them follow you, you know.
After the match against Iliopoli, we have listened to the song Seven Nation Army. How many times have you listened to this? And I want to ask you also, what's the relationship between you and Panathinaikos fans, because you are widely connected with this club?
No, yes, every time they play, I try not to translate to my daughter what they say.
You can say "Σας νικάει ο Λέτο."
Yeah, I can change it a little bit the word. Of course, this song is for many years, you know, part of me, because every time that there is something with Panathinaikos or myself that I post something, they remind me, the fans remind me this kind of song. Okay, of course, sure, it's something that you love, you know. Yeah. After so many years, that the people from one club that you have been and you had give a lot, and they give you a lot, to have this kind of love and this kind of feelings is amazing, you know.
Last season, at one post on your social media, you called Leoforos your home. Did you feel like your home?
Oh yes. At the end, Panathinaiko was the most important club in my career. You know, I have been many years in this club. In the first part, okay, I was good, but in the second part, it was not Leto that they used to see before the fans, you know. But even that Leto, they support him, you know. They follow me, they push me, they didn't, even if I couldn't run, they were behind me, you know. So that for me is something that I will not forget, you know.
Which was the most special moment with Panathinaikos?
The championship for sure, because you achieve something with a club very important. Panathinaikos in that moment was for many years without the championship, you know. So they were, after so many years, we won that, you know. But I enjoy, I guess, my third year before I get injured, you know, because that year we were playing amazing, we were enjoying to play. The club was not good in the economical part, you know, so even without situation, we were there on the field and we were amazing, you know. So that, I guess those 6 months before my injury, I enjoyed a lot my period in Panathinaikos.
You were in Greece for almost 6 years. Did you ever think about getting Greek citizenship and playing for a Greek national team?
100%. They didn't call me. No, yes. My dream was always to be in the national team in Argentina, even if it was difficult, you know. In that period, we had Di Maria, we had Labesi in that position, you know. It was not easy for me, even if I believe I could take some opportunity, because my period in Panathinaikos, at least I could have the option to go there and to try. But it was not easy to be in the Argentinian national team, you know. And of course, I didn't have the opportunity to be in the Greek national team. But if you tell me we will come back, why not? It can be an option, you know.
What are your dreams as a coach? Do you have any unfinished business as a footballer that you want to satisfy as a coach? Or maybe become someday coach of Panathinaikos?
Well, listen, like a player, you know, I don't have so much regret, you know. I suffer from very young, 23 years, I suffer a lot, you know. So when I stopped, it was like a peace for me, you know, because I was struggling a lot with my body, you know. And now, like a coach, is my second season that it will be like a head coach in a team, you know, or to continue this way, you know. But my target is to learn every day. It doesn't matter. I believe that you learn every day in your life, but also like a coach more, because you do something and maybe it's totally the opposite, you know. So for me, my target is to learn. And, you know, future, you never know, you know. It's what will come, it will come, you know. I'm a dreamer. I'm a dreamer person. I dream always, of course, and for sure I will go wherever I will feel and wherever they want me, you know.
You put on the table Leto as a football player. Leto as a coach, what would tell to Leto as a player now?
To Leto player?
Yes, to Leto player.
To calm down a little bit, first of all. To cut a little bit the hair, because too much hair, he fix a lot. It was the winger that I like it, you know, on the left side. Long legs, that dribbling and good cross, you know. I remember he said when I make a lot of cross, you know. So on the offensive part, it's not easy to say something because the players, they have it there inside. I will let stay here, go there, keep position, please, go back to defense, please, help Spiropoulos, please. So yes, because I watched many games of Panathinaiko back then. I watched many times the final Aris against Panathinaikos.
The one that you scored.
In the offensive part, we were one thing. In the defensive part, thanks to being Spiropoulos, because we were never coming back, you know. So if I had Leto in front, for sure I would have him in the tactical defensive part, you know.
Let's say you quit football tomorrow and the coaching part and write a book. What would be the title of the book?
At least he tried, I can put it. At least he tried.
That's a nice title.
Yeah, at least he tried, because I believe you have to try always. It doesn't matter whatever you do. You do your things, we do our things, but life and people have to try. If you don't try, you will never know, you know. So at least you try, and then what is going on, it will going on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.